A glance now at the AFC playoff picture. The Colts moved up one spot to number 6 with the win over the Raiders. The Dolphins moved down to 7, but they're still holding on. Miami, by the way, with one of the tougher schedules down the stretch here. How will the AFC Wild Card play out, Willie and David?
Well, MJ, since there's a lot of movement from week to week, I think it's pretty clear 1 through 6 is already set in stone. So, David, what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 teams that are right there in the hunt for that 7th spot, okay? Miami, the Ravens, and the Raiders. Give us some clarity on who is going to take that 7th spot, please, for the playoffs.
You got it. So what I think it comes down to, just like you said, is this last spot. And when you look at the Dolphins, they still have to play one of the other teams that's in there, which is Las Vegas. So I think the New England Patriots, I think they get a W there. I think they,
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Threw me off.
Right there. Yeah, I know. Sorry, man. I know. Sorry about that. But then when you go to Las Vegas, that's going to be the game. That really is it. I'm going to say they lose that football game. They give the Raiders the W. Exactly. And then at Buffalo, at this point, they lose that football game also, because I think that, they're in a position where they're kind of reeling. They got a young quarterback, but I like where they're at later on, just maybe not this year. So now it really comes down to, what do the Ravens do? What can the Ravens do here? So I think that, when you look at the Browns and the Ravens game tonight, that's a big one, right? So I think the Ravens actually lose that football game. So change that top one to an L, because they're going to lose to the Browns tonight.
I agree.
And they play Jacksonville, and I think that they can beat Jacksonville. Jacksonville's not a very good team. The big game, honestly, now you look at this whole race, it comes down to this Giants game or the Bengals game, whether the Ravens get in or not. I think that they actually lose to the Giants. The Giants, they're going to do the Raiders and, their old buddy a favor and find a way to beat the Ravens. So, and the Bengals, they're going to win that football game, okay? So they're still sitting where they don't get 10 wins, and you go over to the Raiders slot now.
I'm feeling it.
You know what we're talking about, right?
7.
And they got to win out, and so they got to beat the Chargers on Thursday, which is a short week. You got a new defensive coordinator. Rod Marinelli's going to step in. I think he's going to solidify that defense. All they got to do is enough on the defensive side. Just keep teams under 30. They'll find a way. Okay. They obviously beat the Dolphins, and then you got the Broncos game. They're going to have to win that game to get in, and they've already done it once. They got to do it again. And there you go. The Raiders find a way in. Thank you for that 7th playoff spot this year, because they needed all the help they could get. It's going to be a tough road, but I think that's how it works out.
Wow, David, I wouldn't imagine that you were going to pick the Raiders to win that
crazy,
7th
right?
spot. It's crazy how they won it, but I can see it. They lose one, and then they just win 3 in a row. MJ, since we're talking about the Raiders, let's keep talking about them. They're in the playoffs.